my notifications off. Hold on, guys. Damn it. Okay, sorry about that. Had to shut my notifications off because I don't want to blow y'all's eardrums with the cat meow. So I wanted to pop on real fast. As you can see, I am barefaced, fresh faced to the world, baby. Um, I actually had a short day today. So I came home and laid back down. Hey, Cassie. And now I want to come on and answer questions for you guys. Anything you have questions about, I'm an open book. So if you have any questions about my YouTube, hey, Crystal. Hey, you guys, Crystal's going to be on this weekend to tell her story. Crystal, what day do we say? Saturday, right? Crystal's going to be on Saturday to tell her story. So I hope you guys will come and show her some support. Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, and who was it that said, no, that's not a bong. It's a damn candle holder. Okay, so, I wanted to just, first of all, I had a comment on one of my videos last night. It was the video of me crying my eyes out. I think it was Sunday night. Hey, Michael, you're here with us now, babe. Come on, put on a happy face. Okay, so there was a question on my video about my Patreon. It was 2 videos back, I think, or a video back. It was from Sunday night. And the question was, why do you charge people for support when they can go to a Narcotics Anonymous and get a sponsor for free? Okay? Why do you charge people for support on Patreon when they can go to Narcotics Anonymous and get a sponsor for free? Okay, so first of all, my Patreon, I don't sponsor people. Okay, and I'm not charging anyone for recovery support. It's only if they want to join my Patreon. It's only if they want to support me monetarily, because newsflash, Nicole doesn't make any money off her YouTube channel, okay? And if I do, I'm telling you guys, I've gotten 2 checks from YouTube. One was back in February, and then another one was in April, I think. Anyways, they were long, long away, and they were each $100. That's it. So it's about supporting my channel. So that's the thing, you guys. I'm not a big YouTuber. I have a young son. I don't have money just like falling out of the sky to where I can buy like awesome new filming equipment and tripods and all this stuff. And I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. When my insurance got cut off and I started having to pay for my medication and my appointment out of pocket, my Patreon saved my ass, because I didn't have a damn dime to pay that $200 payment to go see my doctor. And so I'm always transparent. I'm always honest about anything that I'm trying to do. And you guys that are on my Patreon help me a lot. And I will never, ever forget that. I'll always be forever grateful to the people who support me through Patreon. So for the person that asked that question, I don't charge people for sponsorship. I don't do any kind of 12 steps in my Patreon. It's just literally to help my channel, you guys. Oh, Michael, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Anybody that joins my Patreon, you guys, for real, it's literally just $3 a month. So that's the lowest tier. Hey, Marcus. And for $3 a month, you're in there with us. We all chat back and forth. I also made a Discord for just guys. So if a bunch of guys start to join, and there's a link in my community tab if you guys need it. But it's just to support me, you guys. That's all it is. And listen, the only reason I'm saying this is not because I want to pressure anybody to join. It's nothing like that. I just want you guys to know what I do in there. Now, the way I wanted it to be, I wanted to be able to yes, and I want it to be if a bunch of you guys join, because right now it's just 10 women. If a bunch of you guys join, I want you guys to have your own little your own support system with you guys, Of course, like, I'll come in and check on y'all and stuff, but y'all know a lot of you guys have been so supportive, so respectful. I'm married, you don't step over boundaries. Like, I really appreciate that, like, for real. So, anyway, I just want you guys to know, like, Patreon is literally a way to support me monetarily. And that's it, So I promise you, like, when I start making money off my YouTube, if that ever happens, I probably, will. If I started to make big bucks off my YouTube channel, let's say in the future, I'd leave my Patreon there, but I'd make it for like $1. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody would be the $1. And so that way it would be just like, if you want to join, to be in there with us as like a special place. You know what I mean? But hey, Colleen. Okay, cool, Cindy. Bring them on over. So I just want you guys to know that, like, I don't want you to ever feel like I'm trying to get over on you or I'm trying to take advantage of you. I don't want you to join if you can't join because you don't have the money, but please do not join. Listen to me. No, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I'm not a patron on anybody's YouTube channel. Do you know why? Because I watch their YouTube videos for free. There hasn't been, that's a lie. There's one person that I've actually considered being a patron to, and that's this guy. His channel's called Every Damn Day Fitness. And it's because, and Papa Swolio, Swolenormous. I want them to beat my ass into shape. And so I was like, you know what? I might join over on their Patreon so that way they can kick me into shape. Colleen, okay. So when YouTube started their whole AdSense, adpocalypse, okay, and this really goes for bigger channels because, like I said, I don't garner enough views to make money off my YouTube channel. You have to make you have to get thousands and thousands and thousands of views to make any kind of significant amount of money off YouTube, okay? So big YouTubers with like probably 50,000 subscribers and up, they're making like paycheck style money. Do you know what I'm saying? They're making like $4,000 a month. Yes, Marcus, that's what I was saying. And so, that I got the Discord though too. And I made a separate like Discord private chat for the men. If any of you guys want to go over to that, I'll give you the link and show you where it's at. But it's just for the guys. Yeah, so I have all kinds, like, listen, you guys, I promise you, like, we got the Facebook, we got the Discord, we got the Hangouts. And the Hangouts is for my girls that are in Patreon, so they have their own chat, just them. Okay, of course I'm in there, but it's us girls. And so, like, if you guys want to start your own Discord chat, that's free, that's separate, in the Real Talk Recovery Discord, just let me know and I'll make one for you guys. If you guys want to join Patreon, then I made a Patreon Discord chat. Yes. And so a lot of people don't join over there because I mean, listen, you guys. Yeah, Cassie, have you been in there? Is there anybody in there trolling folks? Let me know. Because I've been trying to stay in there. I haven't made anybody an admin yet because I'm kind of filling everyone out. You know what I mean? I'm going to be listen to me. I've been through this before with my channel. Okay. I had a Hangouts chat with men and women in it. And we were all in there because we wanted to help each other stay sober, right? But then what happened was there was a couple bad apples in the group. And you guys, they just started rising up against me. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all, okay? I'm the queen over here, all right? This is my channel. Y'all know the tea. Give me my damn crown and don't be fucking with me. Because, but I mean that in the best way possible. I will never disrespect you. I will always be there to help you. I will never talk about anything that we talk about with other people. Whatever you talk to me about is confidential. But what happened was we had this group, and it was a good group at first. I don't know what went wrong, but I went on vacation. It was in March of this year. I went on vacation for my birthday up into the mountains. I was so excited, you guys, because we went to the mountains, we stayed in a cabin, and I did my first ever podcast episode with the Addictionary podcast. If you guys don't follow the Addictionary, you've got to follow them. They're so it's a father-daughter duo, Megan and Bobby Kinney, and they're both in recovery from heroin addiction, and they're fucking hilarious. They're from Boston. I mean, and they're just cool as hell. So we went up to the mountains in March, and I was doing my first ever podcast episode. Now, since then, I mean, shoot, I've done so many podcasts with people I can't even count. But back then, it was my first podcast. So I was really excited to share my story about Suboxone and kind of just shed a more positive light on medically assisted treatment, because Megan is so open-minded. Like, she doesn't judge anybody's recovery, you know? So I was really excited. So I was up there taking care of that, and I was kind of not really, I was absent. I was not in the hangouts 24/7 listening to what everybody was talking about. And while I was gone, there was a little troll working her magic, going around talking shit, just talking crazy. And that happens sometimes in groups of people, right? And so it turned into this huge mess, you guys. And I ended up losing people that I really cared about because of that situation. Now, those people they have come back, and we have reunited, and we, talked to each other and made amends, and, we forgived each other. But it was really heartbreaking for me because I was so hurt, because again, all I'm ever trying to do is help people. You know what I mean? And again, I got taken out of context, and a lot of the times people will take me out of context, and unless you're here listening to me say it, then you're not going to know. Oh my God, Merc, I will send you links, okay, because they are amazing. You just don't understand. What? My head is itching. Sorry. Okay. They're so good. I listened to so many recovery podcasts, and then listen, I also did a podcast with this guy. He's actually in treatment. He's in a year-long treatment center, and his podcast is called, hey Leroy, his podcast is called The Nod Squad, you guys, and it's legit fucking hilarious. He has a lot of people on who are, they tell crazy story times from when they were in active addiction. I also found this other guy's podcast, and it breaks my heart, but his podcast is called Thoughts of a Relapsing Drug Addict. And he's relapsed in most of his podcast episodes and doing heroin right there on the podcast. You can't see him, but you can hear him. Oh shit, Mama June, we gotta talk about Mama June. Poor Mama June. She's in her addiction, you guys. Doing meth, crack, whoever else knows what else. Heroin, who knows. That is sad. And poor honey Boo Boo, her daughter, is having to live with her other daughter. Can you imagine? She's young. She doesn't need to be going through that. I thought that Mama June would get it together for her baby, for little honey Boo Boo, even though she's not a baby anymore. But her tooth is missing. Oh no. I was just talking about teeth on my to my friend, to Deidre. Deidre and me were on the phone earlier, and we were talking about teeth, and I was telling her about the shade I get for my little tooth right here that sticks up a little bit farther than the other ones. Oh gosh, you guys would be surprised when you're on YouTube how many people will hone in on things about you that they don't like, and instead of just keeping it to themselves, they're like, hey, I don't like this about you. Freedom of speech, baby. Oh, wow. That's sad. But, okay, the Thoughts of a Relapsing Drug Addict is another podcast I listen to. If you listen to that podcast, trigger warning, you guys, it's real sad. He's like literally in the depths of his addiction in a lot of the podcast episodes. So it's real sad. Do you really, Leroy? Then look at me, we got twin teeth together then. I call it my chiclet tooth. It's literally because these teeth down here are so crowded that they push together like this and push that one tooth back. So I used to have braces when I was younger. I think I was like 13, and I had braces for 2 years, and I was doing so good. I got them out when I had them on for a long time, from like 13 to 16. When I finally got them off, I didn't wear my retainer, and so my teeth moved down here together. Yes. Well, it was the top one. Hey, Daniel. Girl, the Nod Squad. It is the best freaking podcast ever, dude. You know what I wish we could do? I wish we could hashtag Nod Squad. But that's his thing. What if we were like, what if we called our whole channel the Nod Squad? No. We can't glorify addiction though here. We're the Real Talk Recovery fam, the RTR fam or something. I was watching this guy who does prison channel reviews, and his channel's called It's Mean, MEEN. And he was telling his little crowd of people that he has that they're the mean team, and so they all have to hashtag mean team in the comments. I'm coming down Christmas Eve, Missa, and then hopefully what we'll do, if you want us to, is we'll stop over at your little house before we go to see Mom and Dad. Just stay on top of me, though. When I leave Little Rock, remind me, hey, girl, come over here before you go to your parents' house. Because that's the problem. We take this back way, and it takes us straight into the village. So we don't have to go into town at all. Because Mom and Dad live in Hot Springs Village. I told you. See, you guys, she says, I saw someone say they didn't like your tooth. What the fuck? Hey, Joey, what are you doing? Are you being good? Happy Thanksgiving. Love you. Did you get rid of that girl? You guys, Joey, I'm telling you what. Me and him was on the phone all day last weekend. It's all crazy documentaries about Bloods and Crips in Arkansas. Yep, Little Rock, that's where I live. Okay, good. Your mom finally texted me back. We were going to have to get your ass and whoop your ass into shape, man. Good, I'm glad. I hope you're doing okay then. You can text me later on and we'll talk, okay? Sorry, guys. I have, really been having headaches for, the past 2 days. I don't know what's going on. Okay, good. Tell her I said hi, and I'm so proud of her because I know how hard it is to go through that with somebody that you care about. She loves you so, so much. I'm legit scared to dress my kid in certain colors. Really? Down in Hot Springs? Hey, man, anytime. I love you. We got to stick together. I just got done watching The Irishman, Joe, and it was so good. Neil's up there still finishing it off. It's a 3-hour movie. If you guys haven't watched it, though, and you like mob movies, it's so freaking good. Daniel, I've got them. I'm just they're it almost feels like my throat is trying to stretch out, but I know it's because of the dose of medication I'm on. But I haven't taken my dose yet today, so I haven't even dosed yet. So it's what time is it? Hold on. It's noon here, so that just shows you guys. I'm telling you what, y'all. And I'm going to take it. When I get off here, I'm going to take it because I can sit and be quiet and let it dissolve. Because I have the pills, the 4 milligram pills. Or the 8 milligram pills. I break them in half, and then I break the half in half, and I take a half of a half in the morning or right now, and then I'll take the other quarter later on. But I used to really obsess over when I was going to dose my medication. It was constantly on my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Merc. I'd never seen it before, man. I'm obsessed with those kind of movies. And like I was telling you guys before, my maiden name is DeMayo. Let me spell it for you. Hey, Mad Feathers, what's up? Well, Mad Feathers, I'm glad you just came in. Because listen, I'm on a medication. It's called Suboxone. I'm down to 4 milligrams. I was on 12 milligrams, so I'm down significantly. But the medication is for opiates, substance use disorder with opiates. And so the medication basically gets rid of those cravings because, now let me tell you why, because Suboxone is an opioid antagonist. So it's not a full one, it's a half one. So what it does is it opens, I think it attaches to those receptors, and I guess it opens them just enough to where they get that medication in there, and then nothing else can get in there. And so I don't have cravings for opiates, Mad Feathers, because of that medication. But does anyone else break their dose up throughout the day? That's what I've always done, and it works for me. So, Merc, I had a girl reach out to me, one of my really old school subscribers, and she texted me the other day, and she's been struggling with taking her medication all throughout the day, like little pieces, okay? And this is the only problem. And listen, I'm not a medical doctor, okay? But I'll tell you what my doctor told me. I was doing the same thing. I would have 12 milligrams. I would take 2 in the morning, 2 3 hours later, 2 3 hours later, 2 3 hours later, 2 3 hours later, until I was through the whole 12, okay? And what that did for me was I was obsessing over that 2 milligrams taking every 3 hours. And it got so bad for me that it was almost like a new addiction to Suboxone. And so I went to my doctor and I started to go through that amount. I started to take more than that. So I was running out early. So I went to my doctor and I was like, this is what I'm doing. You know, I'm taking... Good, Cassie. Okay, y'all are going to love him. His name is Unk, a.k.a. Brian. One ball for them all. Balbo Baggins. He only has one ball. But y'all are going to love him. Okay. I did an episode with him too, and we just talked all about old school addiction shit and laughed our asses off. So, okay, get back to it. So I was running out because I was taking these little pieces and I was going over the amount, right? And so my doctor was like, stop doing that. If you're going to dose multiple times a day, only do it once in the morning, once in the afternoon. Because what happens is our brains, and this is true. Think about it. Our brains, we are about anything addiction, anything that's going to like feed that obsession. Even if it's with Suboxone, you guys, we will do that. And so that's what I was finding myself doing as I was taking it all the time. And it was almost like an inconvenience. Like I'd be in the middle of my work or out at church or with my son. Oh, I got to take my 2 milligrams, you know. So I worked really hard to get back to just taking it twice a day. And that has really helped me a lot because that obsession to take it has really went down, you know. But I'm telling you guys, it's a journey. Even being on Suboxone, you guys. Okay, so Mad Feathers, what are you on, Suboxone or methadone? So here's the thing also. I do a lot of like cognitive behavioral therapy. I do meetings here on my channel. I talk with other people that are in recovery that are also on maintenance medication. Now, I think that when I first got on Suboxone, I thought about every drug every single day. Okay? Every day. But what I did was I started going to meetings here where I live. And where I live, they don't have MARA meetings. They don't have medically assisted recovery anonymous 12 steps, right? So I started going, okay, good deal. Well, here's the thing with methadone. No offense to anybody on methadone, and this is just my personal experience. I support anything. I support methadone, I support Suboxone, I support Subutex, I support anything you got to do to stay sober, okay? The reason why methadone didn't work for me is the same thing. Like, I always wanted more of the methadone, or I wanted more of another. I wanted opiates. It almost like triggered something inside of me that made me want opiates more. But that's just me. Like, listen, I got a girl that's in my Patreon. Her name's Sonia. She is killing it on methadone. My friend Deidre, she's killing it on methadone. It's helping her so much. She's been on it for years and she's doing great, right? She's at a stable dose and she's fine. But for me, it did the opposite. Like, it made me, I was just not in a good place. And I was also just really not wanting to be sober too, if I'm honest about it. But I had to get on to Suboxone because it just doesn't do anything. It just, honestly, you guys, it's like taking a vitamin in the morning for me. I take it because I know if I don't take it, then probably 3 days I'll be not feeling good. You know what I'm saying? But I know I know a lot of people struggle on Suboxone too. So it's really just your body, you know? If you're struggling with cravings and you're in the maintenance program at the clinic, you got to do something else besides just go to that clinic, okay? And from what I hear, methadone clinics are just like everybody there is getting high, or everybody there is trading their medication, or people are outside trying to buy shit from you. So you need to get in, get out, and leave, first of all. And then you need to do something besides just take methadone. That's the same thing for those of you guys that are on Suboxone. Okay? If you're on Suboxone and methadone, and that's all you're doing to stay sober, then you're going to continue to struggle. You've got to get into therapy. I'm telling you guys, I recommend it 100%. If you can find a counselor that is like an addiction specialist, go to a counselor that you can talk to openly about being a drug addict. Okay? Hey, Byron, happy birthday. Also, get into fellowship with other people. Like, go to the meetings. You don't got to tell anybody that you're on Suboxone or methadone, okay? And I actually suggest you not, okay? If you're going into meetings, 12-step meetings, don't say anything about being on methadone or Suboxone. Really, the only person that has to know that is you and your doctor and your higher power, okay? If you decide to get a sponsor and you fill that sponsor out, you make sure that sponsor is cool with maintenance medication before you sign up to be a sponsee with them. Because here's the deal, you guys. I've seen sponsors fire people for being on medication-assisted treatment. And that shit's fucking wrong, okay? In February, I'll have been on methadone for 3 years. It saved my life. I only go once a week to pick up my take home for doses and for counseling. That's great, girl. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can get yourself up to that point where you don't have to be there so much, it's the same thing at the Suboxone clinic. Let me just tell y'all that too. I go to the Suboxone doctor, and I only have to go every 3 months now, but my husband used to have to go every month. And he would come home and tell me stories about people asking where cocaine's at, asking where Xanax is at. But I have meetings literally 2 doors down from my house. I just got to get there. That's what you got to do. 2 doors down from your house. Man, I wish, hey, SS, I wish I had meetings that close to my house. I'd be walking there every day. But we just have meetings over here on my channel instead. And they're not AA or NA meetings. They're just real talk recovery meetings. But we have a fellowship of people here, and we all support each other, and it's pretty fucking awesome if I don't say so myself. It's pretty fucking badass. So, it's all about that action, you guys. We talked about it last night when we were reading out of the Narcotics Anonymous basic text. You know, you can get sober, and you could quit doing drugs. You could quit doing maintenance medication. You could get off maintenance medication. Okay? And if you're not changing anything in your life, then what's going to happen? You're just going to sit there and hope that you don't get high. Right? You're going to be like, I hope I don't get high today. I hope I don't get high today. And then the obsession is going to come, because it always does. The obsession to use is going to come. And then you're going to start thinking about it, and you're going to start obsessing, just like the word says, obsession. And then you're going to be planning out how you're going to get it. And this is how it goes down for me. A lot of the times, opportunities will present themselves out of nowhere. You can, Marcy, you can. And that's what, like I said, I don't mean to make anyone feel that is on methadone like I am judging methadone, because it's the same way at the Suboxone doctor too. It's the same way with people that are on Suboxone. I see people that are on Suboxone that are snorting their Suboxone, that are shooting their Suboxone, that are taking it once every 5 days so they can get fucked up or whatever. I see it all the time. So it's just really how serious you are. You know what I mean? You got to be serious about making those changes in your life. And hopefully, being on medication-assisted treatment, hopefully that will put you into the position around enough people, you guys, that are making changes, that it'll encourage you to make changes. You know, that's the whole thing with maintenance, is a lot of the times it's there for harm reduction. So that way, if you are kind of in the throes, in the middle of whether you want to be sober or whether you want to use, if you're on harm reduction maintenance, it can help you to stay alive, and, you know, to help you to get to where you need to be, you know. And just like I say, you know, where you need to be, also where you need to be is different for everyone. You know, Cindy, where she needs to be is she's on Suboxone. She's been on it for 15 years. She's not getting off of it. She's thriving. She's happy. She's sober. She's living her best life. Okay. Then you have me. I've been on Suboxone for 4 years. I'm tapering. Okay. Now listen, I don't know if I'm going to be successful. If I'm not, y'all are going to be the first ones to know about it. I promise you that. If I jump off Suboxone and I can't handle it, I will jump back on Suboxone so fast y'all's motherfucking heads will spin. Because it's just not worth it to me. I'm not going to put myself, my life, my son's life, my family in jeopardy because of my pride of not being on Suboxone. All right? I have no, that's all it is. It's pride. Okay? And so if I've got to be on Suboxone for the rest of my damn life, then I'll be on Suboxone for the rest of my damn life. And I dare somebody to say something about it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like, who gives a fuck what I'm doing over here with my life? You know what I mean? And that's the thing what people do is like, if it's working for me, don't worry about it. You know, that's why I started my channel, and that's what I'm going to continue to teach or share. That's what I'm going to share on my channel, is that whatever works for you, do it, and just don't worry about what other people think, because everybody's got an opinion, you guys. Everybody's got an opinion. If I listened to all the opinions that I was getting thrown at me, I would have gotten off Suboxone 6 months into my treatment, and I probably wouldn't be here today. I know, Jax, I know. Hey, Chris, what's up? Prison Point of View in the house. I'm so glad you changed your channel name to Prison Point of View. I just think it has a better ring to it. Right. That's what we got to do. We got to not give a fuck what anybody else thinks. Because if you really think about it, you guys, if you really think about it, if someone's judging your recovery, if someone's saying, hey, you don't need to be on that medication, or hey, you're not really sober, I mean, just bounce that right back to them. What kind of recovery do they have if they're worried about what you're doing for your recovery? All right? That's the thing right there. No judgment. No judgment. That's what I believe in. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're on Suboxone or methadone, and I know that your ass is out there hustling the system, shooting up, selling your dose, I'm gonna tell your ass that you're fucking up. And I'm gonna tell you that you need to get your life right, and that maybe, you know, there needs to be some changes need to happen. But if you're doing a good job, you guys, if you're staying off of all the other drugs and you're doing your damn thing, you're all right. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. I had to really, really get to a point where, I didn't worry about what other people thought. And it's been a journey. It's been so hard for me. And I fall back into that. I fall back into that. How about we call ourselves Spinning Head School? Is it because I go from one topic to the other and y'all can barely keep up? Hey Bethany, what's up, girl? It's because you can come to a 35-minute live stream with Nicole and she'll literally talk about 16 different topics. Oh, yes. Missa asked that question. She was like, how do you know when you're recovered? I don't think well, let me change that. Okay. In the AA big book, I think it talks about recovering from a hopeless state of mind and body. Okay. And that when a person works the steps and they get sober from alcohol, that they recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body. Like they're no longer hopeless. Their body no longer depends on alcohol, and they're recovered in that sense. But I think that they still say recovering because as long as we're alive and we're working on, like, okay, as long as we're alive and we're having to stay sober one day at a time, right? A lot of people, when they get sober, you guys, I know a whole new group of people, they get sober and they're like, I'm not an addict. I'm not saying I'm an addict. And I'm past that period of my life. And that's it. They're done with it. And they walk away. But I do see some people that try to do that. Then they forget that they're an addict because they say they're not an addict, and then they relapse on drugs. And so I guess it's just so different for everybody. It's so different how our minds work. Hold on, I didn't see what Marcy said. It's really been eye-opening for people in my life that were previously judgmental about the clinic. Oh, yeah, I understand that too, girl. My mom and dad didn't even know what Suboxone was until I got on Suboxone. So, I think that a lot of people are coming around to maintenance medication because of the deaths that are happening with opiate addiction. You can't fight the proof that people that are on maintenance are staying off of illegal substances. There's proof and there's studies to back it up. There isn't proof and studies to back up anything else, really, because, like with 12 steps, it's anonymous, Oh, okay, Daniel. Well, it's the truth. It's the truth. I'll be back on them so fast y'all's heads would spin. And I'm telling you, like, just being down to 4 milligrams and having those yawns, I can't even believe it. I can, but I can't. You know what I mean? So I can just imagine what it's going to be like when I get down to 2. Lord help me, Jesus. Yeah, my mom did too. She's a gem. She's a good person. She loves me. I'm very, very fortunate, you guys. My parents have always been so fucking open-minded. Now, don't get me wrong. They're kind of hard-headed about some stuff. But for the most part, like, my mom went out and learned everything she could about the disease of addiction so she could help me. So I'm really grateful for that. I can't even help it, girl. It's just contagious. And I know it's because of the Suboxone. So anyway, I gotta go take my medicine because I haven't dosed yet today and it's already noon. So that's probably why I'm yawning too. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. I might come on later on, but I'm not sure. Probably not. I've got a lot of stuff I need to do. Tomorrow night we got a guest coming on. Sober James. And I really hope you guys enjoy his testimony. He is straight up Alcoholics Anonymous. And he's real. You can find his channel. I think it's called Sober James. I'll link everything. But if you guys haven't joined our Discord, we got a Discord. For you guys that are in the Discord, if you want me to make a separate men's Discord, just let me know and I'll make a channel for you guys to chat by yourselves. And I won't come in there. It'll just be you guys. Okay? All right, you guys. I love y'all. I hope you have a good day. Be good. And I'll see y'all later.